Well, we normally come through to fairly early on a Thursday evening ahead of a Friday meeting at Fairview, but Eskom had something to say about that tonight. We're closer to Friday than we normally are because there's been extended periods of load shedding, but the less said about that, the better. A full turf meeting on Friday. Nino Podesta, very good evening to you. Thanks very much for coming on board. And once again, thanks very much for your hard work last weekend on the Clocking the Gallop direct line. We had an enormous amount of people that subscribed and were very complimentary of our team.
Good evening, Nico. And yeah, that's good news. Nice to know that people complimented us for the hard work that we do. And also, quickly must say, devastating form Lyle Cooper is in as well. So
absolutely, yes. He actually took a break today, but I see he ended up working in the studio because they were short of people. But the next Clocking the Gallop direct is around the corner. It's your huge race, Nino. It's your Met. It's the Cape Town Met, sponsored by World Sports Betting. Early thoughts?
Well, the early thoughts, Nico, is this. First of all, I don't know if Doobie Snap is going to run in the Met or if she's going to run in the Majorca Stakes. So let's just take her out of the equation. And then I think it comes down to two horses. My first choice is Sparkling Waters to beat Jet Dark. Lurkers, the Scallion, and Waterbury Lane.
No mention of commentating?
No, I don't like commentating. I don't like it.
Okay. So it is Sparkling Water, the July winner. You're tipping the July winner to win the Met as well?
I am.
Okay.
I think she's a big runner. And obviously, Jet Dark, even though he's suspect over 2,000, he's always competitive. But otherwise, we're going to have a big surprise result. You can see maybe a big upset arriving in this year's Met.
Well, it's a bit of a pinch me moment because there's only 2 weeks left. This time in 2 weeks will be the night before the Cape Town Met. So don't linger longer. Get your bets on the Cape Town Met as soon as you can. Right, let's go to the selections for Fairview, and I'll be down in Fairview tomorrow. I can't say that I've got a spring in my step because I'm dead tired from the Val today, but let's go through the card and pick up what you like. Let's go to race number 1, which is a maiden plate for fillies and mares up the straight 1,200 meters. And Tide as High is was unlucky last time, I thought, not to win. And you know, she's tipped to win by you now. By the way, this is a work riders race, so the work riders seen in action here. But you're going for Kelly Mitchell's runner, Tide as High.
Well, you've got to go for that also. I thought she was unlucky last time. Or, you know, she did object against the winner. It was overruled. And the form that she brings into this race, second to Single Sing and John Paul, and on the evidence of the last run, all being equal, all these work riders, which I know very little about. So she's definitely got to be the horse to beat. And you know, I'm taking a stand here, and I'm banking in the Bipod. The only other thing I would like to say is that number 10, Janneman van Niekerk, if he's anywhere related to Grant van Niekerk, and that's got to be a serious runner.
I wouldn't have a clue. Yeah, wouldn't have a clue. If you do, I know the owner of the horse.
Yeah, well,
Corey Euster. Corey Euster. Do you know Corey Euster? No.
No, I don't know.
He's a big, he's a huge Richard Ferree fan. Corey Euster.
And it's bred by the Wokkerboek Drift. Is that the Mary Slack people?
Yeah, that's Mary Slack. Yeah.
See, and it's so well bred, eh? Nico Sundrop, give me the green light.
Yeah.
By Second Sun, by Western Winter.
Don't know who the rider is, but obviously we'll find out more. But you're going to bank a Tide as High in the opening leg of the pot, the bipot that is. So Tide as High, the daughter of Oratorio. Right, that starts the bipod off. Let's go to the PA opener. Race 2 is a maiden juvenile plate, 1,000 meters. Here you're in the camp of Watch Tower. There wasn't much support for him on debut, but you think he's the right one?
I think between him, out of the race runners, Nico, I think 5 and 7 will fight it out. Keep a close eye on the Alan Clear first timer, Legal Thriller, and then maybe Warland, number 6, Louis McCoxer for Sharon Cox and rest of the rest. But out of the race runners, I think 5 and 7 should fight it out.
Yeah, I actually heard a little bit of a whisper actually about Legal Thriller. I think one of the co-owners is celebrating his 60th birthday tomorrow out at Fairview. So it may well be a great birthday present for them. But we'll look forward to getting more information from Neil and Nadine at the course there. Legal Thriller number 3. So 7, 5, 3, and 6. What have you done in the bipot then?
I put 5 and 7 only. I think we should survive with those two.
Okay, 5 and 7 in the second leg. The third race is the start of the pick 6 at 5 to 2. Maiden Plate Fillies and Mares, the 1400-meter trip. My Apple Pie seems to be a much better horse on the turf, I feel. And Lunkotwa may get this one home. First win is elusive because it's at 16 runs for no wins. So you're tipping that ahead of Daisy Duke.
Well, they've all had no wins. It's a maiden race.
Yeah.
So, like you say, I also think she's better on the turf. I will ignore the last run on the poly completely. And then, obviously, you've got to respect Justin also. Bit disappointing, but that was on the turf over 1300. I think he'll be much better over the 16 on the turf. And then the best of the rest has to be Yaya Maria. So 3 to beat 4 and 5.
Okay, yeah, 3, 4, and 5 on Nino's horses there, but my Apple Pie, the top choice. 4th place he's given to number 2. That is Mercurial Jet. Page on to the 4th race at 2:30. A merit rated 78 handicap over a mile. And you've pretty much tipped them as they are on the card. 3, 4, 5, and 6. But you quite like this Motor City Hitman to win.
Yeah, Nico, I do, because he's back on the turf. Now, this horse needed his first 3 runs back when he came down from I think he was trained by Paul Peter in Joburg.
He was indeed. He was indeed.
And so he needed those 3 runs. And if you go back in his form line, he actually beat Naval Guard in his career.
Yeah, I see that.
Now, the last run on the poly put a line right through that run. It was too far. The horse didn't stay the 1900. The run before that was also on poly. I'll ignore that. But the run before that was only 6 lengths behind Bold Resolve and 4 lengths behind Inslabini. Now, both of these horses would beat the field like this, hands down. So at 6 to 1, I think he's a lot of value to me. Drawn to Samonga Kumala up. Obviously, a Linga Longa won well, but he didn't beat anything strong in Chariot Master. On the road again, must have a squeak, Storm Commander, and also this Moonrock, but he's also better on poly. So I'm quite strong on Motor City Hitman at 6 to 1. I think it's value.
Okay, Motor City Hitman, the value bet in the race. Your numbers for the bipot here in the 4th leg?
I've only gone 3 and 4.
Okay, just the 2 numbers there, 3 and 4. Motor City Hitman backed up with a Linga Longa. Okay, a bigger field faces up race 5 at 3:05. It's a merit rated 65 handicap over the mile trip. Yeah, Track Commander is your top choice. You once again in the camp of the Kamalo Smith partnership. You've tipped that ahead of War Bonnet Creek and Master Vision from the Cotson Yard 3rd.
Nico, the only concern here is a draw 15 for Track Commander, but it's a long straight at Fairview. You should be able to overcome the draw quite easily. The runs behind the Rosa Bayou and Blonde Actor are very good runs. He's got the best form coming into this race. But after that, I think it becomes a complete nightmare of a race. And chances to just about every single horse could have a chance to win here.
Yeah.
And I've put 7 horses in the bipot, and I actually phoned the Ghost Rider concerning this race, and he says it's not enough. I've left 2 horses out that we might have
really?
to. Yeah.
Is that what he said? You're not enough with 7 horses?
Not enough.
By the way, just on that, the Ghost Rider tipped the PA yesterday. Did you know that?
Yes, he did. 4 times, he told me.
I think 6 times, actually.
He said 4 times.
I think you got it wrong. I think looking at the winning numbers, I think he might have tipped it 6 times. But I'll double
Okay,
check that. Yeah.
he told me he got it 4 times and it paid 300 rand.
They paid 300. I know it paid 300, but he must go back and check his maths. He's not normally sleeping when it comes to adding up figures. He adds up figures in his sleep.
Yeah, well, he's a mathematician. Eh?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
he said we got to add.
Okay, so what did he say? You have to add which horses to yours?
Number 7 and number 13.
Okay, put in 7 and 13. So that's 9 horses in a race of 16 runners. Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully we get 2 bombs.
Yeah. Okay, so that's where you're looking for the result then, race 5, the penultimate leg of the bipod. The next race is the feature, the listed ladies bracelet. It's for 150,000 Rand over 1,600 meters. At this stage on Thursday night, there's only one scratching on the card. It unfortunately comes up here. It's number 4, Bella Belize, who won so well last time out, but she's not going to be taking part here. So with Bella Belize out, but I know you've always been a Santa Therese fan, haven't you?
I am, but I think it's a boat race. But I'm in the camp of Andrew Dance.
Well, you've also been an Andrew Dance. I was going to say you've also been an Andrew Dance fan, so it's both.
I have. I think she's an up and coming horse, Nico, and she's a relentless front runner. My only concern now was Santa Teresa. I know she's 5.5 kilos better when she was beaten 3 lengths by Andrew Dance. But Andrew Dance won hard out, and he's down at the line. It could have been 6 or 7 lengths on the day. So theoretically, she's what 2 kilos. If you take the 3 lengths off the 5.5 kilos, she's 2.5 kilos better.
Yeah.
But you know, the older Santa Teresa gets, the more ground as she matures, she seems to want more ground. 2,000 plus. Now, Amy Dance is a strong front runner. Santa Teresa comes from miles back. I don't know if she's going to be able to catch Amy Dance over the 1,600. But I do make it a 2-horse race. So those that want to add Santa Teresa can do so.
What have you banked it then?
I have banked it and we don't.
Okay. 2-horse race then for Nino in the ladies' bracelet. Race 7 is a fillies and mares 68 handicap. It's over 1,900 meters. I'm going to go back to your selections here in this race. What do you fancy in race 7?
Nico, those that are playing the pick 6, so you got to take the field. I've got no idea this race. My selections, I think I tipped number 11, Izzy Esther, to beat Anatura, then Master Queen, and then number 7, A30. But you know, there's chances. Barcelona, you can't leave out of the pick 6. I haven't even tipped Sugarberry anyway, and A30 can cause an upset. And Silver Louis is another one. So tough race, Nico.
So field race again, race 7. There's 2 field races, races 5 and 7. Go field.
And 8. Race 8 doesn't get any better.
What? Surely not.
Well, I like something, but I mean, I wouldn't be
Well, tell me what you like, because that's exactly what happened today. I said, bugger this at the Vol. When I was at the Vol, I worked today, as you know, with Brandon Bailey. And I said, bugger this. We've got to stick, you know, when you form studiers, if everything's going wrong, it's got to come right somewhere. And the form pointed to that also, Fani Broncos. So we had a full, I can't believe it was 7-2. I mean, maybe the bookmakers had won so much money that they weren't scared to give some of it back, and they got hit in the last.
Yeah.
Good news. Anyway.
And I know that some people went off the horse because the stable wasn't doing well early on. But, you know, you can't compare different horses from the stable just because of one, Gil de Grey.
Well, you know, to be fair, Fani Broncos told me the same story. I asked him when I saw him earlier on in the day about Pinchot, and he gave me the story about the vaccine, the African horse sickness, and the fact he's been on holiday and he's laid off work with the horses and that. You know, I get all that, but there's sometimes, people always say, you know, they want to know what the trainers is and all that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Hate to tell the people out there, sometimes you get all the information in the world, and you can't cry over spilt milk if you listen to the information. Okay, let's go to the last. Do you like silvery blue for Kelly Mitchell?
Well, I do. I mean, she brings some strong form from the Transvaal. So if she's right and ready, she's got to be a big runner. I do give Globe Tonic a chance back over the 12. I thought good run over the 1,000. She's definitely, or he's definitely better over the 1,200 meters. But I wouldn't be leaving horses like Miami Beach, Jean Paul, Travel Master, Raise the Red Lantern, and Great Guy out of the pick six. So, I think it's a tough race.
Yeah, well, it is certainly looking that way, the way that you're speaking about it. But, your top four, 8, 2, 13, and 7. It's the type of race you want to play a quartet in, isn't it?
Yeah, I would. And I would not leave out. I've been studying, waiting for you to come. And this horse, Miami Beach, it's 2 out of 2 on the turf. Forget the last runs on. I think that can cause an upset, Nico. I wouldn't be leaving that out.
Okay, well, Dennis Shaw's had 2 rough results for punters out at the Vaal today on the classic track. He won with 2 absolute rockets. So maybe he might have something in store for punters tomorrow. Just recently returned back from Mauritius. Okay, we're going to run through your bipot. I don't think you're spending too much money. If I recall, I think somewhere in the region of only 56 Rand.
Yeah, but now with the 2 extra horses, I think it comes to 72 Rand.
Okay, so it comes back to a little bit more than that. Okay, I'd like you to take us through your bipot. I'm going to show it up on the screen now. So here's Nino Podesta's bipot for Fairview on Friday on the turf track. You can add those numbers in that penultimate leg. So that if you put 2 numbers there, you basically go to 9, 9 2 to 18, 36, 72, if I am correctly calculating it.
No, correct, 72 Rand. So what are we doing? We're banking Tiger's Eye in the first. Secondly, we're going 5 and 7. Vision of Wonder and Watchtower. Third leg, I'm going number 3, My Apple Pie and Daisy Duke. Then I'm going Motor City Hitman number 3 and number 4, Linger Longer. Same numbers again. The third leg, 3, Track Commander. 4, Global Beat. 7, Ideal Time. 8, Flinders Range. 10, War Bonnet Creek. 11, Light Without. 12, Master Vision. 13, Grand Destiny. And 14, Lord Marmite. And then I'm banking and we don't. For those that want to make sure, absolutely sure they survive, they have to add in number 1, Santa Teresa.
If you do that and you take those extra numbers in the penultimate leg, 144 Rand will be your bet. Unfortunately, I ran out of time to do the best and value bet. So you're going to tell us, I suspect, is it And We Danced your best bet?
That's my best bet on the card.
What price is it? What price is And We Danced?
I think it's 2 to 1 joint favorite with Santa Teresa.
Okay, I'm going to have a quick look and confirm that. Your value bet is which one again?
Motor City Hitman.
And what price is that? Did you have a look at what price?
The last I saw was 6 to 1.
Okay, Motor City Hitman, 6, 7 to 1 on this Thursday evening. Best bet comes up in the feature race of the day. And Nina is taking a chance with And We Dance. Currently 15 to 10, Nina, I can confirm. 15 to 10, they're betting joint favorite Santa Teresa and the one that you're going for.
That's because of the scratching of Bella Belize.
Yeah, that's probably because of the scratches. They've come into 15 to 10. Okay, well, it's been nice, short and sweet. We've wrapped that up in double quick time because that load-shedding monster is almost upon us again. I wanted to thank you for your time. Thanks for running through the selections for us. We're speaking to MX tomorrow morning. As you know, I'm flying down early in the morning to be down in Gqeberha. And MX is going to meet up with me there. And he's going to take me to breakfast for a change. Apart from taking me to breakfast, he's going to pay for the breakfast.
Oh.
Because he's been in a bit of form, I think.
Has he caught some
he caught the quartet in the last race the other day, actually, because he rode it to Zetti. And the horse that you told him to back, actually, American Landing.
No, I told him American Landing will win.
Yeah, you did. That's what I'm saying. The horse you told, he said he has to rove it towards the back. I think he Rover. Oh no, he didn't rove American Lanny. He put it in, which made him win it.
Right.
His Rovers were the runner-up, the horse that ran second, and Tizzetti.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at least he listened and added the American Land in.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, correct. Okay, right. So that's where we're going to leave it, Nino. I know there's racing in Cape Town on Saturday. There's racing in KwaZulu-Natal. They're meant to be running at Scottsville on Sunday, but we'll see whether that plays out true. And then Monday, we're racing Joburg. I think the Turffontein meeting on Monday.
Sure, a lot of racing. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of
So
racing.
yeah, well, you don't have to worry. You got Lyle Cooper there. He'll sort
Yeah,
Monday
we've got
out.
Lyle Cooper. Lyle Cooper. The man studies while he sleeps.
You can't go wrong, eh? I
The
mean,
man that studies while he sleeps. The man is an encyclopedia. And while he's sleeping, he must be studying because he wakes up and he's, you know what, whenever I see Lyle Cooper, I said, how are you doing, Lyle? He says, now let's say the date is the 10th of January. He'll say, I've just finished the 23rd of January's card.
wow.
He's like, you know, the guy that looked into the future. What was the guy's name? Nostradamus.
A Nostradamus, yeah, correct.
Mr. Nostradamus. He's, you know, we're thinking about the weekend. He's done next week's cards already. And he's looked at he's taken all the prices as well. Don't worry about that. He's already snapped up all the big prices that if a bookmaker makes a mistake, he's hot on their heels.
Well, I can tell you that about a week ago, he was quick to spot a mistake. I think it was that horse that Richard Fourie was riding, that they priced up at 22-1 instead of 22-10.
Ah.
And he was on it like a flash.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
You know how clever he was. He only put little money on because he knew that they would 1,000 on, they would have cancelled the bet.
Yeah. Well, they reserve the right. If you look at all the bookmakers' rules, I mean, you know, we have a lot of people on this channel that are very new and naive towards the betting rules. But frankly, you've got to read that small print. So when you're going to have bets with any bookmaker, if you don't read the fine print in the rules, then you can't claim ignorance of the rules after it wins. For example, if you take a tote bet with a bookmaker, let's say a pick six, and it paid, what did it pay on King's Plate Day? It paid 5.5 million or something like that. It paid over 5 million. You wouldn't get that from a bookmaker. You'd stick the bookmaker out. You wouldn't get that.
But they got limits. They got limits.
So you'd be subject to the limit of that particular bookmaker, and they're advertised. It's not like they don't advertise them. So you've got no recourse because it's advertised on their site. The limit for our pick six is 1 million to 1. So it doesn't matter if it pays 12 million, you'll get 1 million max.
But another thing is also nice to be vigilant, and whatever you read, when you're reading previews, make sure you look at it, like tonight, for instance. Just luckily that Bella believes a scratch. The computer form made a statement there that Bella believes is weighted to beat and we don't, which is absolutely false. Now, I know a lot of people, punters, read that and they just take it for granted and they have a bet on the horse.
Yeah.
Now, it's obviously whoever wrote that preview obviously got Santa Teresa and Bella Belize mixed up. Because if you have a look at the run when
but didn't Bella Belize run with the And We Danced?
And We Danced beat it, and she's 1.5 kilos better off.
On the penultimate run, was it? See, I haven't studied it, but it's up 1/2, and the other one's up 2. Yeah.
Now you see, Santa Teresa is 5.5 kilos better off. She's weighted to beat, and we don't. Never ever. I'm not saying Bella Belize couldn't beat it. What I'm saying is that she's not weighted to beat it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I haven't looked, but I mean, that's your center. You know exactly what's cutting there. So, yeah. So, yeah, look carefully, follow clock in the gallop. That's what we always say.
Correct. Follow clock in the gallop and we'll give you the right information. Don't just take people's previews for granted.
Yeah. just yeah, that's it. Use this as a default. If you're stuck and you really want to know what's going on. Okay, Nino, we've got to leave it there. It's pretty late. I know that your load shedding is kicking in. Mine has only come back. That hence the reason why we're starting this late. But thanks so much for everything. Have a great day at Fairview. We're looking forward to being there on the turf, and I'll give you a shout out from the track tomorrow.
Thank you, Nico. All the best. Good night.
Go well. Bye-bye.